I'm a little concerned because I just got a text from Shannon Burke, the Shannon Burke. I'm going to call him right now. And says, did you quit terrestrial radio? Oh. And I go, no, not yet. He goes, oh, well, they're replaying my show on Florida Man Radio Orlando. I'm like, it's kind of freaking me out because Shannon and I did have a private conversation about a week ago about maybe potentially I've kind of been thinking about maybe quitting regular radio. But I'm not. I'm not quite ready for that. And I may never do it. I probably shouldn't even be talking about it, but I was talking to a good friend in confidence.
Oh, no.
And now Shannon's like, and I'm like, Shannon, are you... So, and when I said that, Shannon's first response will be good. He can do mornings. I'm like, okay. And so, like, maybe Shannon pulled the trigger on he wants to do mornings a little faster than I'm ready to quit.
Your call has been forwarded to an automatic.
No.
Even Shannon canceled you.
And I even texted him saying, I'm going to call you live. It'll be fun. He's like, okay. And now he's kicking me right. Now he's kicking me right to the weeds.
They called him and said, "Don't pick up Bubba's call."
Yeah, don't. John Caracciolo just like, hey, don't take Bubba's call. We want a clean break from him. Now that 81390 Bubba, I think that's Shannon back. 81390 Bubba. If you can hear us in Charleston on 98 Rock.
We're on in Charleston. We're on in Fort Walton Beach, Florida Man Radio.
Riz has just texted me and said that he's listening in Orlando on Florida Man.
Shannon, are you, I don't know who's more messed up, me or you, because they're saying that we're potentially live on Florida Man Radio Orlando.
Maybe they repaired it because you were, I was live. My Monday show was live on the stream. On the FM and the AM, you're live. But I listened on the stream here at the house, and they got some stream screw-up deals going on.
Because on the stream they had Shannon playing.
I figured maybe you'd taken a little what I said to you privately, a little to heart a little quickly, and already got me axed out of there.
Jumped the gun.
I said, listen, I'll say Bubba's already planning on giving you guys the heave-ho. Let's just move. Let's get ahead of this thing right now.
Well, your first response when I was in a private text with you, your first response was like, "Hey, Shando, I'm really thinking about maybe not doing terrestrial radio." His first thing back to me was, "Oh, great, I can do mornings now." I'm like,
yeah.
Well,
I'll move in on you.
But here's what I'm saying. Even if I was to walk away, I don't know, man. Mornings suck. I mean, you and Kim aren't going out at 8:00, to the bar on the bikes.
Welcome to 246.
None of that stuff. You know that, buddy. You're as old as I am. It's a lifestyle.
I remember the first morning I did with you down there. The very first morning, I'm all nervous about getting sleep, and I'm late in bed like 8:00 at night. I'm trying to go to bed. I tell the kids at the time we had kids here. I'm like, everybody, shut the hell up! I got to go to work early in the morning. I got to get up at 3:30. So I go to bed. My bedroom is right off the kitchen, and I shut the door, and I'm laying there, and I'm almost asleep, and I'm falling. I go, oh, this is easy. I'll fall asleep. All of a sudden, from the kitchen, my kid is making a frickin' smoothie with ice chunks and milk right there, just grinding away.
Yeah.
I open the door.
Full blender effect.
I open the door. I said, what the hell are you doing?
I'm just making a
smoothie. The blender to his bedroom.
Yeah, you can't even live a normal life. Your kids can't grind up
smoothies.
It's not. It sucks.
It's not normal.
But I think I'm way ahead of myself. I think I'm probably a couple years away from that. I still got to come in here. I mean, I think I still got a chance to maybe pull the nose up terrestrially and pick up a few more affiliates. I'm right. Yeah. What would you do if you were me? You're one of my best friends. You know radio as well as anybody. What would you do if you were me?
I take my cues from you. You're the one who's got the various streams of income and you've diversified and used your content correctly.
So let me ask you a question. If 80 or 85% of your revenue was coming from something other than terrestrial radio, and if you moved off of terrestrial radio, it would make all those people that listen to you on terrestrial radio go to those streams. What would you do?
Oddly enough, when I don't know if you fired me or I quit, or it was kind of a combination of both.
No. Let's just be honest. Cox made contact with you and told you needed to get off the show because they were firing me. Remember, if we were to be totally honest with each other.
Well, I don't know. They actually said they're going to fire you, but they did offer me a job.
And they did say that. They did say that I might want to get off that show because it may not be around much longer. They did say something like that. Now, did they not, love her?
Yeah.
Okay.
Something like that.
All right.
Well,
So anyway,
where was it? Now you interrupted me.
I don't know what. Oh, when we got in a fight, you and I you quit.
Oh.
You finally quit.
Yeah. I forget where I was going with
And
that.
the question was, if you only made 15% of your revenue from terrestrial radio and 85% elsewhere, would you stay on terrestrial radio?
Oh, that's it. That's it. Thank you, Dan.
Anytime.
The deal is when I left your show, whichever way it was, I immediately kicked up that podcast. And if you're not available terrestrial and people have become hooked on your show, they're going to go find you, and they're going to, if it's a couple of bucks or whatever, they're going to pay it.
And they
So,
did. And
you're right.
and you were doing. I mean, so you left my show for whatever reason. Which, by the way, if you and I ever worked together in that capacity again, we would never leave each other because we're so in love with each other now. It's pathetic.
Yeah.
But like I would even say, Shannon, I'll give you oral if you stay. Like, okay, whatever.
I would say, how can I quit you?
We did. Hey, we did have. We had a great dynamic. 2, we did great radio. But more importantly, man, did we not just have fun? Like every day was just like let's see how screwed up we can get and how funny we can get.
Yeah, now it's just a grind.
Yeah,
Every day.
Now
Go
I
to
see.
work, no
now,
fun.
now here's what I see now. Now I see at the station at least 2 hours before the show, you print 515 pages of
Unbelievable.
of prep. You're scouring over it with the fun. It sucks. Before you rolled in here 5 minutes before the show and got high and let it rip.
I got in there just early enough to get high.
Yeah. And then if you wouldn't get high, I'd say I'm going to fire you if you don't get high. Jesus, Shannon, you know you got to get high.
We all got high.
Oh,
Good times.
it was good times.
Good times.
But anyway, I think regular radio or terrestrial radio will always be so hard for me to just totally let go because it's so ingrained into me and you. It's the only thing that we really know. So even though we're killing it other places, it's still.
It's the one that brought you to the dance,
It's
you know?
it's the one that took our cherry, so to speak. You know,
it's hard to let it go.
Yeah, it is. You're right. It's the format we kind of fell in love with, and it's different when you do it elsewhere, or it can be different when you do it elsewhere. And we're creatures of habit, I suppose. And
where did you lose your virginity, Scott? Where did you lose your virginity?
Pardon?
Shannon. Where did you
You
lose?
heard right.
for real?
Yeah,
Andrea Simmons in the 11th grade, 10th grade.
Really?
Yeah.
Was it behind the bleachers? Was it the Sadie Hawkins dance? Was it the hayride?
No.
What was it?
No, her bedroom at her mother's house.
Really?
Wow.
Yeah.
Protection? No
Her
protection?
dad was a big corporate raider, Harold Simmons in Dallas, big bazillionaire guy.
Mm-hmm.
And Harold, he's dead now. Harold Simmons, he's a very famous
Man,
guy.
if you could have got her pregnant, boy, that would have been cool.
Boy, did I try! I tried and tried. She must have had the run on me.
You're like, man, I'm gonna try to get her knocked up, and I'll be part of the Simmons clan here in Dallas. Woo.
That's right. Luxury box at Texas Stadium, the whole bit.
How's my favorite Kim doing? I love her, by the way.
She is doing great. I just gave. I got to finish serving her coffee. I just made her a cup of coffee.
Mm-hmm.
You know,
Does
I
that
like
come
to
with?
take
Does
care
that come
of
with?
my
A,
lady.
does that come with a side of penis?
It may.
I did get you to chuckle a little bit, buddy.
Hold on, let me ask her. How do you want your coffee with a side of penis?
She laughs. She doesn't. She just laughs at you, Shannon.
Yeah. She just laughed at me.
All right. Well, listen.
Does that mean you don't want it? Oh, she said sure.
Oh, she's very accommodating. She's always been so accommodating for you. She's what saved your life because you were running like you're a real dick before you met her. I'm just saying.
Was I ever?
Yeah, I mean for real.
Biggest.
Before you met her, you were just almost uncontrollable. Already been to shooting people in prison, just being a real dick. Now look at you. You're just a little teddy bear compared to your former self, my friend.
Fuzzy little teddy bear.
Yeah. Listen, let's do something soon for real, bud.
All right, you come here, I'll come down there. Oh, I might be coming down there for a comedian, Bill. What's his name?
Burr? May
Bill
20th.
Burr. Yeah, Bill Burr.
May 20th.
What day is that, Anna?
May 20th.
I know.
I believe it's a Friday.
Oh, Friday.
Wow.
Let me see. Let me look at my calendar. Anna, you love Bill Burr, don't you?
I do love Bill Burr,
Yeah,
but tickets were
he's funny.
expensive, so I didn't.
Where's he playing at?
Where is it?
I don't even
Emily?
know.
Emily Arena?
It's a big theater. I don't remember which one.
Bill Burr,
It's a
20.
big deal. Brandy Love gave me her ticket, so they got to be really good seats. I didn't pay for them.
Lucky.
Who's Brandy Love?
Randy,
I think-
he
is
goes
it
on it all the
Cricket?
time. It's at,
America's MAGA MILF, the leading porn star, and
it's at the Mid Florida Credit Union.
Oh, it's outside. I hate that.
On May 20th, outside.
Outside sucks for comedy.
Oh,
Okay.
Shannon will
the
have his
amphitheater?
That's
Shannon-
cool, huh?
Yeah.
Is that the amphitheater?
Yeah, the amp, yeah.
Shannon will have his vape pen. He won't care about
I
nothing.
know.
Oh, absolutely.
Hey, if you guys wanted to stay the night in Tampa, you could just come stay with me.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah,
Where are you staying now?
we'll talk about that privately, my friend.
All right. All right, buddy.
All right. Well, listen. Tell your lovely wife I said hi, and let's maybe tentatively try to get together May 20th.
Let's do it. Love you guys.
Love you too.
Bye,
Hey,
Shannon.
Shannon.
See ya.
Bye, Shannon.
He's awesome.
Him and I did such great radio until and did you hear him? He didn't hear him deny.
No, he didn't deny anything.
In May of 2014, I'm sorry, and yeah, in May of 2014, Cox knew they were going to fire me in September and throw Calta in there to give him a 3-month head start because they interpreted my contract wrong. They thought that after they terminated my contract ended December 31st of 2014, that I had to sit out 6 months of, and not had a non-compete. They didn't know that Tom Bean put some real fancy language in there that they'd never seen before that says the no compete is only if you don't, like, I had to give them the right of refusal of my new deal. If I had a new deal cut and they didn't match it, then I didn't have to sit out any time at all. But if basically they matched it, they could keep me out of the market 6 months if they paid me. It's super cool. I mean, Tom Bean really shoved it up their ass. So they knew I was gone in September. They came to Shannon. Shannon was part of my show. He was sitting in Dan's chair. It was me, Manson, Shannon, and I think maybe 25.
He's 25. Yeah.
And then Tara for a little bit, I think.
Yeah.
And I loved having Shannon as a co-host. Now, Shannon's not a co-host. He's a natural host.
Right.
So I think eventually he was going to leave.
Yeah, that was really the only issue.
Yeah.
2 alphas.
Yeah, exactly. But, nonetheless, we had great times together, great show. And Cox came to him. You heard how uncomfortable he was. Cox came to him and said, and so you need to get off that show. And if you get off that show, we'll offer you middays immediately. And we're getting rid of him in September. I don't know and why you want to be on a show that doesn't have a place to go, because they didn't think I would be able to resurface. And so Shannon kind of picks a fight with me a little bit and quits. But little did I know that Cox had already, and I don't blame Shannon. If somebody, Anna, if we were currently heard on Cox right now, okay, let's just say we're the morning show on Cox, and Cox comes to you and says, "Hey, we're getting rid of Bubba in September and putting in a new morning show, but we'll give you middays if you leave the show." Would you not be out of here in a minute? Papa, sorry, you saved me from them, but I'm going back now, Papa. I don't know what Blitz would do to you. He might kill you, but I'm just saying.
No, they need an engineer over there.
You would leave me too. You son of a
The power
bitch.
of
This
the
is all
P.
hypothetical, Bubba. Just
Bubba.
hypothetical stuff.
Bubba,
Yeah, well,
power
I mean,
of the P, man.
Yeah, you don't have a job. I mean, they're gonna fire you. They got jobs available.
I won't leave you, Papa.
I know you won't, Bubba.
Bubba.
Whatever, I
His
mean,
name is Lummy.
Lummy, I know you won't, Lummy. I'm all sideways. God, I love me some Shannon Burke. And I don't want any, like Brian, my program director in Charleston, and Wolfie, and Bo Reynolds, and I don't want, and Bruce Midori, and Big Woody, and John Caracciolo, and Shane, and Stevie. I don't want any of you guys think
Lynn.
that Lynn from Phoenix. I don't want any of you guys think that I'm trying to be disrespectful or I'm trying to posture, because, if I was to do this, I would really be in touch with you. It would be, I'd give you the option. I'd have a drop dead, I'd have a 5, 6, 7 month date from now, where, I just wouldn't do it in a week. It would be a very long period of time. And quite frankly, I'm probably talking a little out of the side of my mouth, because I'm not really prepared to do it. I'm still in love with regular radio. It's still my first love.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I wish regular radio would be better to me because, you know, the rest of the world and the other places that I distribute my content love me. And you love me too because you're giving me an option to be on your air. And so for that, you know, I'm going to be a loyal soldier. And I will not make this decision without your input. And if you don't even want me to talk about it anymore, I won't. Like, for real. Blitz, I'm such the new Bubba that I texted Brian, our program director from Charleston, a couple days ago. And he's got a lot, like he's an old J-Corps guy. Like he's a very established program director. Like he's a guy that really knows radio. John Caraculo's that guy. Shane's that guy. Stevie's that guy. Woody's that guy. Bruce that guy. Len's that guy. And, you know, the people that we work for really do know radio. And I got a hold of Brian because he really knows radio. And I said, hey, are you hearing anything on the show that you like, that you don't like, that you need me to change? He's like, what?
He said, what show?
He goes, what Bubba am I talking to?
Yeah.
I go, this is Bubba. And he goes, oh, well, no, the show sounds great. But if I do hear something glaring, I'll tell you. I go, okay. Now, would the old Bubba ever have done that?
Mm-mm.
Now, I don't know if I would have listened to any of the suggestions, but I mean, optically, it looked
No,
great.
you would have doubled down on what he said was wrong.
Yep.